welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to show you how to do buds on stems, and this is going to be a very cute stitch. So for this stitch you need a multiple of 6 plus 3. So right now I have 21 chains, and that's what we're going to be working with. For our first row we're going to skip 5 stitches, 1 2 3 4 5, and on the 6th stitch we're going to do a bud. And a bud is going to be 3 double crochets together, like I'm doing right here. We're going to chain 3, and we're going to do another bud on that same stitch we just worked our first one in. So we're not finishing. To do a bud, you're not going to finish off the double crochets. You're simply going to work back into the stitch and yarn over. You're going to skip 2, 1 2, and on this third stitch you're going to do a double crochet, skip 2, 1 2, and then on this third stitch you're going to do a bud, chain 3, and then another bud in that same stitch. Skip 2, and that's what we're going to be working on for the first row. Once we get to the end of the row, we skip 2 and we do a double crochet. To start our second row, we're going to chain 5, 3 4 5, and on this chain 3 space we're going to put a single crochet. We're going to chain 2, and on top of this double crochet we're going to place another double crochet. We're going to chain 2, and on this chain 3 space we're going to do a single crochet, and that's the pattern we're going to be working for the second row. Once we get to the end of the row, we chain 2, and on our turning chain we're going to place a double crochet. For our third row, we're going to chain 5. 1 2 3 4 5. So we're going to do a bud on this double crochet right here on the very first stitch. 3 double crochets together. And on top of this single crochet, we're going to place a double crochet. On top of this double crochet, we're going to place a bud, chain 3. We're going to place another bud in that same stitch. On this next single crochet you see right here, we're going to place a double crochet. On this double crochet you see here, we're going to place a bud, chain 3, place another bud on that same stitch, oops. On this single crochet we're going to place a double crochet, and you're going to count 3 chains, 1 2 3. This would be your turning chain. Oops. And here you're going to place a bud, chain 2, and then you're going to place a double crochet on that same stitch. You're going to turn your work, and to start your 4th row, you're going to chain 1. You're going to do a single crochet on top of this double crochet, chain 2, and on top of this double crochet, you're going to place a double crochet. You're going to chain 2. In this chain 3 space, you're going to do a single crochet. You're going to chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and for the end of the row, you're going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and on that 3rd chain, you will be placing a single crochet. And for your 5th row, you're going to chain 3, and you're going to place a bud on top of this single, or yeah, double crochet, chain 3, another bud on that same stitch, and then on top of this single crochet, you're going to place a double crochet. On top of this double crochet, you're going to place a bud, chain 3, and on that same stitch, we're going to do another bud. We're going to do a double crochet, another bud on top of this double crochet, chain 3, another bud on that same stitch, and then once we get to the end of the row, on this single crochet, we're going to put a double crochet. To keep going, the pattern that you repeat is rows 2 through 5, and that is it. This is a simple pattern. I don't think it will look good with multiple colors. As you can see, I kind of tried here, and I don't think so. I don't think so, simply because there's too much space right here, the chain 3s in the in between the buds, give it a lot of space, and then this right here, the double crochet in between the buds or the petals, don't really lend themselves to, like a pretty tulip stitch. So this is more so for a I really would like to see this stitch worked into a cardigan. I think it's going to look really pretty. I would definitely think maybe a table runner would look cute, like a very spring, very summery table runner would look really cute in this. I can definitely see a shawl with this stitch. Blanket, maybe, yeah, if it's like a very cream or very ivory, like a linen color, would definitely look so cute with this. Maybe not in this acrylic worsted weight. Maybe a thinner yarn would look really nice, like a nice blanket with this. Maybe a cotton yarn. I don't know. I'm just tossing ideas here, but obviously you can work this stitch with whatever you want to work with. But yeah, that's just my observation working with this stitch. It's very easy. And as you saw, it works up really, really fast. So I really like it. I'm going to be trying it for, I don't know, maybe for a cardigan, I think. Ooh, a dress. I don't know. I just want to make everything. Doesn't that happen to you when you try a new stitch and you're like, ooh, I want to make everything. I want to make a hat. I want to make a dress, a skirt, a top, or whatever. And then you end up not using the stitch. But no, I hope that doesn't happen to you guys. I really want to see what you guys end up making. So follow us on Instagram. And I don't know, maybe I might open up the community post here on the channel so that you guys can post any of your creations, anything that you've recently made using one of the stitch tutorials. I would love to see that. But yeah, if you found this tutorial helpful, if you want to see more, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. All right, thank you. Bye.